Market recap for Wednesday 08 010. Man said 010. Wednesday 08 10 2025. Basically the 8th of October. Alright, so today's a day that I lost, right? Or I don't care about losing. However, I got the market direction wrong, right? This is probably the first time in like 3 weeks, I'd say, that I got the market direction for intraday wrong. And low key, I'm surprised. And it showed me the issue that I'm like scared of that is just lingering. Me not accepting being. I got over the acceptance kind of losing, not really over it, but the acceptance of being wrong. I can't accept being wrong. I'm that stubborn, bro, and that is an issue. There's an issue when you literally forcing something, even though everything is telling you like, yo, it's not it. Wrap it up. It gets to be an issue. However, I made systems and adjustments on my funded and normal accounts to stop myself from just digging a bigger hole when there's just one wrong day, right? Like I can have like, bro, I'm telling you, a week or two, three, just straight streaks, just like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the direction every day, right? I'm capitalizing on it just like that. And there'll just be that one day where I was confident in, and then it just says not today, man. Just not today. And this was one of them days that I got hurt by basically because I tried to first force my will on the market, and lesson learned. Um, I mean it happens, but like I thought I'm past this, right? I thought I'm past this, and it looks like I'll never be past this until like it's gonna come with time, right? And for now to aid myself, I have very, very strict rules for account liquidation and stuff like that. And yeah, they'll be hard set until literally 3 months from now. Like literally I'll just hard set them for 3 months from now. And I know it's enough. Because I think I don't need more than that. So I'm gonna just stick to that. Okay, now enough of the yapping. Let's actually get to what I thought the market is gonna do and just the market recap. Right. So yesterday, based on this move, right? See, I know the markets can do this, right? Which is the big drop and then we like rebound instantly, right? And I've seen this happen, and normally you'd see this in like, for example, like here, we'd go like up somewhere here, drop all the way down, not take this low, and then start the move. You see what I'm saying? Like this is just the same thing in like a bigger scale. I didn't believe we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna lie with you. Just because we took previous daily high, previous daily low yesterday on Tuesday, the possibility of Tuesday being the high of the week because it happens 70% of the time on bearish weeks, and me not liking this low, right? On top of that, these lows, relative equal lows, right? I don't I don't like that as a bottom, right? And same with these, and even ES when it's building structure, like look at these relative equal lows, relative equal lows. This is London, this is Asia. Like there's clearly unfinished business, right? This whole rally, I'm still seeing it fake. I don't care, right? Like I know we're gonna come back to these lows, right? Might be this week. If it's not this week, it's next week guaranteed, right? Like I'm looking at this market right now. We're starting to slow down for sure. As you can see, we go higher, we go low. Take the high, then take the low. Take the high, right here, and then again take the high and take the low. Take the high and the low in the same day. Now we leave the low, we take the high. You see what I'm saying? Seek and destroy, basically consolidation. It's a large time frame consolidation, right? This whole up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, which is fine, fine. I don't care, right? I don't mind trading consolidation. I don't mind trading expansions. I don't mind trading any market conditions. It is what it is, right? The market can do whatever it wants to do. However, I should be smart enough to tell myself when it's not my idea is gonna work, right? So now, based on what the market yesterday done, right, and looking at the 4 hour in that sense, we have two clear PD arrays that I'm expecting to push price down. The 0.75, right, of this BISI, which includes a breaker on the 4 hour, right? This is strong, right? This is like real strong stuff to push you down, right? This is not some that price tends to like not respect. Okay, so what do we do? Let's put some lipstick and let's show the day, right? So we make an SMT here. This is Asia low and this is London low, and we make the SMT with ES, which I was like, okay, that's fine. That could be the catalyst to take us up to the PD arrays that I'm interested in on the 4 hour, right? Which were around here. And if you're looking at the 15-minute, which is the perfect time frame to use for shorts, we have a clear one SIBI. Look back to the left, it includes a breaker in its own terms for the 15-minute. A strong breaker. Why? Because this breaker has a fair value gap inside it. See, it's all lining up in here in this area to go short. Okay, if we go into the tick prices, I'll show you in the 1 minute. So I'm expecting price to treat this to the tick and then go down. However, I actually wanted this to be in London because I know today will be a large range day. Well, clearly it's a large range day to the upside, not to the downside, right? And typically Wednesday is my best trading day anyway, right? So it's kind of weird for me to lose on a Wednesday. I haven't lost on a Wednesday on like, I don't know how long, but it's just weird, right? It's just this whole day is just weird. So as a reminder, I'm very cautious about these lows are not staying in the market like this. It's just not for long, okay? Just not for long. It's not happening. This is all manipulation, and you'll see why. Okay, so now I do not want us to even reach this price level, right? So if I enter short at the top and the market goes in my favor and I get stopped out, 9 times out of 10, when I'm that confident, that means something has changed in the market. If I get stopped out, something really has changed in the market, and I don't think I remember me being stopped out on something confident and then actually coming back and like winning, trying to aim for that same direction. No, that means the market is flipped, and if I don't flip with it or just close my charts, I'm gonna hurt myself. And this is my last hurdle. This is literally the last thing, yeah, to keep me like very consistent. It's literally the last thing. Okay, so what can we see that the market has done today? Since London, we're going up and up and up and up and up without offering real retracement. This is similar to this day on Monday, where again I did not like these lows, and then we open 9:30 and we go up and up and up and up and up and up till close, offering no real retracement. Guess what happened after that? We made an intermediate term high and then we dropped down for 1, 2, and 3 days. Okay, I'm not saying that's exactly what's gonna happen, but I'm just saying, I remember looking at this day. I remember it was on Monday, so I did not trade it. Otherwise, I would have got my ass kicked. But I remember ICT looking at it, and he said these are the signs of making an intermediate term high. And I was so confused when he actually called it. You know, like we actually did make an intermediate term high, right? So this brings the question, is tomorrow gonna be an intermediate term high, like whatever this is, right? And are we gonna come back, not necessarily visiting all the way to this low, however, at least making a market structure shift, right? That'll come and take us down here, and then again to go up, and then to start, going down for like few more days, right? So that's why I gotta be cautious. And tomorrow, right? That's the problem with shorting all-time highs. It's just very annoying, very, very annoying. Because the market could just say at any time, nah, I'm just doing my own thing, right? And just goes up, right? Let's put some lipstick, right? And just explain the day and why I still don't like this going up, right? I don't mind the market going up, by the way. I just need it to go up from a good deep discount, right? Good deep discount. Let me show you what I mean. For example, look at the market when we drop down. We're here at the wick. However, on the daily time frame, right? It was something to the tick. This low when we drop down is to the daily time frame rejection block to the tick. We expand, right? Here, yes, we're dropping, we're filling the fair value gap, but it ain't, nothing's nice about it, right? Nothing is to the tick, nothing is like deep discount, nothing is just, it's just iffy, right? And I don't mind us to go up iffy wise, right? But I don't expect price to, especially when it was here, because when it loses this low, it's going at least to somewhere, visiting somewhere in this week, right? Anyway, there isn't much to hold price up. On top of that, today, listen, low of the day and high of the day is not random, right? And if you work to find it, you will find it, okay? So, for example, just top of my memory, what's this? That's not the 0.5 of it. I can't remember what this was or this low, but I know for each day, right? This, like, if you really were looking for it, you can find like the low, for example, higher day here to the tick, drops down. I know there was something to, like, every day, if you're looking, it's either a 4-hour or daily time frame, high or low to the tick, right? Or something. New weekly opening gaps sometimes new daily opening gaps, whatever. Like, it's not random. You'll find it, okay? You'll find it. So, however, sometimes it's not that obvious when it's all-time highs, you know? You're gonna have to use the second best thing and drop down to 15 minutes. For example, Monday, right? The low of this was going all the way, filling the fair value gap, right? Makes sense, no problem. Okay, then what do we have here for New York? Again, same fair value gap, filling all of it, right? Actually, this is cap. This one didn't fill all the fair value gap. It was its upper quadrant. This is how you draw the fair value gap, right? So makes sense, but to the bottom of it, that means we're weak. We're just gonna take that high and drop, right? I already told us what's gonna happen. So we go take the high, we drop. Then London makes a low of the lower quadrant of this week, right? That is very bearish, right? So I know we're just going up to go down, just from that information itself. Okay, that's what sets us up for the shorts. Then today, okay, let's say London decide to like drop down and have something. Do you see anything? I mean, rejection block is all the way down here. Do you see anything on the daily, for example? Okay, 0.5 is down here, right? Let's put the 7.5. That's a lot of difference, right? So on the daily, okay, this order block. Right, one thing about using the order block, I don't actually measure it the way that it should be measured, but I'll measure it this way, right? And again, mean threshold's already been passed. Do you see anything? Do you see anything? This wick, it's a very small wick. You can cut through the candles, doesn't really matter. No. Okay, I can't see anything on the day. 4 hour. This wick, nope. Rejection, nope. Let's say I want to cut through candles, right? Okay, and the 2.5 does not hit it. Nothing. Okay. All right. New weekly opening gap. Nope. Why is it hiding? New weekly opening gap. Nope. New daily opening gap. No. Okay, this low. So okay, I'm not seeing any. All right. 1 hour and below. No, don't use that as something that could take us that high. Okay, regular trading hours. We're getting desperate now. Okay, let's drop down to the 15 minutes so we can mark it properly. Okay, use this. It's a large one. Okay, London low. There's a lower quadrant. No, that's way past it. Wait, I need to actually see it properly. Lower quadrant. There's no, it's below it, way below it actually. So no. If we want to use Thursday's one, that one was a large one, right? Close. Nope. Again, can't find anything that will solidify this to be a low, right? A respectable low that will do this, right? Hey, there's possibly stuff in the lower time frame, but remember, I don't care about that because we need to go up and go higher based on higher time frames PD arrays. Okay. The only low that I found that made sense, however, I mean, it could have just made sense for now and then drop down. Is this what I know is this low perfectly going to the new daily opening gap at 903, and then that's what started the run. From that, from going up there to smacking it, that started the whole run. Okay, now let's get back to why was it bearish, right? So, and like what price did and stuff. So easiest thing is the quadrants, right? I want something to discount. This is my discount, that green area, so I only care about the 0.75, right? And next to that we can see this order block, right? I mean breaker block, right? And I want the opening price, let's mark it in red, and the midpoint, let's mark it in red. Okay, perfect. And because it's shorting, I'm adding 15-minute PD arrays. Okay, so now I can see that I would max want price to go up there before even thinking about shorting, but realistically it's here that I'm looking at. So I just want to gauge the 50% of that as well, so the CE. So now we have 3 PD arrays that are like next to each other with its own breaker block, right? That I'm looking at the CE of it. So now I know where I want to short the market. Now I have to wait for what? Liquidity, discount, right? Then a purge on short-term liquidity, then hitting the PD area and then dumping, right? On top of that, we open with our opening range gap, and we only visit the 0.75 to the tick, basically, I think, and then we head higher. This is normally a characteristic of a market maker sell model. Okay, once we go up at open, we only hit 0.75 and go up. We normally go up to go down. So there's a lot of confluences. Okay, we have relative equal lows on ES. Look at him, perfect. London, right? And Asia as well. These perfect relative equal lows. Relative equal lows. We're very bearish, right? Like liquidity is at the downside for sure. However, the market said, nah, maybe too many people got on the shorts. Let's just delete them all today. And that can happen. That's fine. Anyways, you can see when I have these liquidities, I notice I'll just leave them on the chart because they'll come back for them. They'll come back for them. Normally, I've within the same week or the next week maximum, right? That's what I know. It's me personally. Alright, now that we put the lipstick on the chart, let's explain how I expected price. I expected price to go up, right? This is my first presented fair value gap. I marked it, and I wanted to see the reaction after when we go down. However, we can see price went up to discount, made the high, which I expect to be purged, and we visited the 1, 2, 3, 4 PD arrays. We did that. I market shorted, right? And that's it. I would have liked price to stop earlier, but like it can happen where it can peak slightly above. But hey, there's a bunch of other PD arrays I didn't talk about that I know here, so like it don't matter. Took my short and look at it. We go in. We do change in state of delivery, and now I'm expecting price that it can go up to this gap again, visit it, because in the 2 minute, okay, in the 2 minutes, not even there, right? If we drop in lower time frames, it shouldn't have even went up that high, to be fair, but it could do. Why? Because it could just do like what do you call it, a small intermediate term high, right? So high, like high here, and then it starts dropping down. I get stopped out. I was so confused. I can't lie. Like when I got stopped out here, I was so baffled. I was like, what? Like genuinely confused, because like I was like, wait, how? Why? You know what I'm saying? There's that type of confused. And then again here, and waiting for this fair value gap to fail, rather than be like, oh, I got stopped out, the market is saying not today and it's gonna seek higher prices. I tried again. This was definitely way premature. I probably took a 15-second gap or something. It's like, okay, now we hit the level that I want, the maximum one. What's that? The mean threshold for the breaker, the CE, right? Stopped out. I was like, okay, what the fuck? Now I said, okay, I'm wrong. I need to chill out. However, then we'll go all the way up to the daily CE, right? We'll look at the daily. Yesterday's wick, don't see right there. Boom. We hit that. On top of that, we make SMT here, and we make SMT here. When we go up and hit the rejection block to the tick like that, with SMT, that's normally a really good trade, right? However, now that we went up this high, I don't expect this to go all the way to these lows, but at least to this low, at least fill in the gap a bit, do the market make a sell model. Okay, so I'm short in here, I'm short in here, I'm short in here, you know what I'm saying? I'm accumulating, and I know what this is just waiting for 1050. Okay, this is waiting for 1050. I'm waiting for the 1050 macro, but I'm trying to get my shorts in the market. 1050 comes, boom, we start dropping. Yeah, like as expected. We close a 5-minute busy, right? Perfect. Now we can go back to the half of it. Or we could visit the top of it, but I want us to like come back fast, right? This is all permissible. Go down, yeah, perfect. Then we do this. But I was so confused. I was like, huh? It's basically just saying not today. Look, after making relative equal lows again. So now we have relative equal lows that have not been taken. Anybody that basically press buy is chilling, right? There's only one this little short-term low, but that doesn't really matter, right? Chilling, right? Ain't no way, bro. It's just not happening. They're not gonna let these guys just vibe in the market like that. There's like nothing's happening, right? And then we go higher. After this, I was done, right? This was just insane, okay? Actually, no, a cap. Then we make this sell side liquidity. And guess what? Final hour macro. We got SMT again. Here, I remember. And I was like, okay, surely we're gonna have to close here, right? I take the short. And I get cooked again. See how that I'm forcing trades? Like, if I was wrong here, I automatically know in the back of my head that I'm wrong. I'm gonna be possibly, this is like a very like we had to like show real displacement here, right? For me to even consider that, oh, I got stopped out. And then all the next ones are just it's just me not accepting the loss. Or like, okay, it's not even accepting the loss. You see, I can see the buy signals. I can see them all day, right? I just can't accept that, oh, I was wrong on the direction for the day for some reason. I can't accept being wrong analysis wise, which is very bad, bro. It is very bad. It gets you to like be blind, right? Once we're here, like, come on, we're so close to previous daily high, we're gonna have to take it. I should have been looking for buy signals. However, I'm not, because of like other stuff, right? That makes sense. That's the thing, right? Like, all of my shorts, nothing's wrong with it. If I wanted to short like I did, short and then quickly move to break even, short, quickly move to break even, short, quickly move to break even, it's fine, right? If I'm really trying to chase an idea and I know it's risky, I have to straight to break even, right? Straight to break even, because I know how quick shorts are. I know price should not come back to my level anyway. Okay, anyway, that's the market recap. Genuinely disappointed with myself for the executions, right? The first trade, okay, and the second trade are fine. Anything after that, I should have got off the chart, right? There was no reason to give back that much profits for today. Okay, I know this is normally a problem when I get overconfident, right? Or when I'm on like streaks for weeks and stuff like that. And it's good to get humbled here and there, right? And just to remember why I set my rules, why I need to follow them, blah blah blah, right? Anybody looking at this market today knows how here, especially that YM was leading the way and ES was leading the way down, while NQ's going up expecting this exister, that is basically overpriced. Even if it was gonna go higher, we need to go lower, right? To take something. We're above midnight. price. We have stacked relative equal lows. Our opening range gap is only filled to 0.75, which can be seen bullish, but like normally this is a sign, especially when we have stuff like that take us down for a market maker sell model. There is a lot of possibility, like the what do you call it? There is most way that we're going down. However, I need to always remember the market can just say not today and just be based on pure manipulation, no logic, right? It just decides to go up and up and up and up and up, and it does not care. I'll keep repricing higher. And if I'm keep trying to short it the whole day, my whole account is gonna be gone, right? When I could just accept it, accept the loss, or if I find something that's meaningful to go and to the upside, then I can take it. Anyway, be very careful tomorrow trying to chase this higher. Be very, very careful tomorrow trying to chase this higher. Okay? I'm not saying it can't go higher. I'm just saying it's illogical for it to go higher, right? We're gonna have to see what London does. This from here to here would be counted as discount, because from here to there, this is a balanced price range. I'm not gonna look for market to come back to discount from here. I look from this low to whatever that high. If we're gonna continue, this area is my discount. I'm looking at PD arrays above here basically, which will make this kind of a dodgy breaker. Okay. Do I expect price to go higher? No. But if it's showing signs it's gonna go higher, what do? Lock my account and go to bed. Remember, tomorrow Fed Chair Powell speaking at 8:30, and the unemployment claims are tentative. So yeah. Anyway, that's the market recap. It's a good humbling lesson for the day, and I'ma get there, man. I'ma get there. One day, I'ma get there. Peace.